Good morning. Welcome to build day 16. And Kaylee's out here. Yeah, Kaylee's out here. She's out here to help me plug in the blow-ups and to move the truck. And she's all hyper about it. Mishkabibble, not really. We're going to be getting in here. We got to start off over in the courtyard. I got a video box I need to put in, and I got to do that curtain bar from the corn into the courtyard. And once that's done, we'll be moving over into the witches display. We'll be starting out there, getting it put together, and then moving into the graveyard. How far past the graveyard we get, I have no idea. I'm hoping to get way past the graveyard today because I want to get in to doing the electrical. We're also going to walk the haunt and double check everything. It's a good idea to do that every day. We got a little bit everything going on. All the displays have tubs in them and stuff piled in them and all sorts of happy hoo-hoo going on. Breakfast of the day comes from Morgan. I let her pick it today. She picked a good one. Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal toast. She didn't give me anything to drink though, so it's going to be kind of a dry breakfast. So there's your breakfast of the day. Let me and Kaylee get out front and get the truck moved, and we'll give you a shot of the flags out there, and then we'll go take a sneak peek at Sue. She's over doing some set dressing over in the pirate and gypsy area. Okay, we're out front. There's one of the flags and the other flags. And we got the dragon, the ghost, the kitties. Not too bad. And we've got a Kaylee waiting for Papa. She wanted to come out here with me, and I told her no. She didn't like being left behind. Huh? No, Joanne and I have a small problem. We forgot that this morning was garbage day. We forgot to put the garbage can out. But Sue's in here doing her magic, getting the wigs on and the right masks and having all sorts of fun. So she's working there, and I think she's, for the most part, until I get my wiring done in the pirate display. And then we made it up through the corn. These were the ones here that were broke and were falling off. I got those fixed last night. And then we made it over here and got the Harbinger going. Or not going, but at least installed. And then we finished off with the courtyard and witchy poo. And I know you can't see very much in here in the courtyard because of the table and all the stuff sitting here. Oh, we got the bench off the front porch too. That needs to go out front yet. And we're not ready for that yet, are we? No, we're not. Yeah, I know you would like to go for a walk. Huh? She loves her walks. Anyway, I'm going to put this down. I'm going to get my tools, and we are going to get busy in the witches display, and then go from there and see how far we get today. Just going on noon. Sue Ann and I just finished lunch. Figured I'd give you a midday update. We've had a few changes out here. Started off here in the courtyard. I got my box in for the projector. It's aimed and ready to go. And I did get my bar up for the curtain from the corn. The change that we did was over here in the witches display. We took the chest out. It was just too crowded in here with that trunk. So we brought the bookcase over from the gypsy, put that in here. And then we put the chest over in the gypsy display and rearranged the gypsy display a bit. Swan's still working on that area over there, so I'll give you a clip of that later once she's done. And she's going to get in here and work on here, so you'll see the witch display again. Now our next chore is the mausoleum and graveyard. I need to get the tombstones set up and into their final place. I need to get the gargoyles out here that go on the pillars and get its fence panel in. And I need to track down the roof for the mausoleum. I don't know what we did with it. I can't remember if we kept it or if we threw it. If we threw it, I'm going to have to use new material to get it done. Fun, fun, fun. So, I'm going to go roof hunting. Okay, midday update. We got the graveyard done. I'm going to show you the graveyard here in just a bit. Anyway, instead of starting out right in the graveyard and just showing you that, moving on, figured I'd come over and show you what Sue ended up doing with a little bit of help from me in the gypsy. She got the masks on, and now if you notice, back there in the corner, there's no bookshelf. I mentioned I moved that over, and we put the chest here. And naturally, there's a fence panel that goes across here. But those skulls will all be lit up. So ought to be interesting. So we got that done. She's also brought out a few more bottles. I think I showed you this earlier. So we're getting there on that. I still need to get my swords out here. We'll do that at the last minute. Now let's hop on over to the witch. Okay, in the courtyard. And we got that hung. That was the first thing that went up over here in the witch. And Sue has gotten some things placed. And there's the bookshelf. More Powwow Crafts skulls, which will be lit up. And then we put the three sisters there. And of course this gate panel goes across here, and we're leaving it open so we can get into things. Then we go in to the graveyard. And we did find the roofing material. So we got that display, and Mike's coffin needs a light in it as well as the other one. And we got that. Let's see, we have Chandra Hurd, Tim Thompson, Steve Reeves, Walter Manning, Don Powell, Randall Turan, the Mighty Hellmouth, Jim Erickson, Greg Shaw, Robert Gaskill, and Mark O'Dine in here resting semi-comfortably. And then we've got the graveyard itself, the well from hell. And then we put up a bunch of tombstones and stuff around it. Got the monster in the crypt there. A couple of light boxes. And I croaked, what an ash of myself I made. And then Will Stanton's crypt, and that's an animated prop. The lid opens and shuts. On the Day of the Dead, when the year 2 dies, he opened that lid and fell inside. And many of you, or a few of you, have read Susan Cooper's work, The Dark is Rising. That's a partial saying I added my own twist to. Enter the gate, burnt you'll be just like me. And then another rip. And then we'll have the movie playing in here too. But, oh, and we put the steer's head there. So that ought to be interesting for people. Now I need to go find 2 foamed heads, and I think they're over in the photo hall. I need one on that tombstone and one on this tombstone down here so Sue Ann can do her magic in here. Okay, another post update or mid-afternoon update, whatever you want to call it. And we find Mistress Sue in doing some touch-up painting here and there.
No, I'm getting the damn wire.
In the graveyard. She gets done in there. She's got one tombstone, one of our old original ones to do yet. I just finished the clown hallway, and this is ready for Mistress Sue as well. She's got to get the clown costumes on our skeletons. But the clown hallway's done. It's ready for electrical and water. Go back over like this and give you a shot. So our next project is in here. I've got some weapons I need to get placed. I need to fine-tune the leering skeleton. I'm not exactly happy with where he's sitting at. I might pull him back a bit. And we need to get the water wall assembled, everything except for the blade. Because I don't have the motor out yet, it's so packed away. But we got the piping that we can put on. I've got to get Clifford into place. I got to get that installed with its hose underneath Clifford's ledge. And then we got zombie bait and the stuff in that crate to put out. So we are making some good progress. Depending on how much energy I've got and how far we get tonight, we might have all the props out tomorrow, and we might actually start some of the electrical tomorrow. And look who's over there.
Hi, everyone.
She heard me talking on camera, had to come over and say hello.
Hi, Daddy. How you doing?
Put your hands out. I want people to see your shirt. Don't say who it is. People in the vlog, if you recognize that face on that shirt, post it in the comments. All in all, not too shabby. We made it into the water room. Sorry, trying to keep you out of my headlamp. We got stuff in the ponds, and that stuff will be floating around in the ponds. We got the water blasters not installed yet, but we got the skellies which hold them and brace them and their weights in. We got some of the piping on the water wall. Fan blade's still not installed. The motor's still packed away. I gotta get the motor out. As to the water wall, I'm trying a little bit different shielding up there this year. We have problems with the misters up there wanting to shoot the water out of the ponds. So I'm trying a little bit different shielding. I want to keep the misters in there. I like the effect, but I want to keep the water in the ponds. So we're going to give that a try, and if it works good, I'll do a more permanent solution, that style, over the winter. I still need to get in the, here we'll zoom in on it, strapping right there. It's called plumber's tape. I ran out. I still need 1, 2, 3, 4 more pieces to securely secure the piping to the wall. Since I ran out, I know you're getting blinded, sorry. But since I ran out, I'm going to have to go up to Ace in the morning. So the time I ran out, Ace was closed. So I'll do that first thing in the morning. I can hop in here, get that strapping in, and that water wall will be done minus the motor and the fan blade. Over here, I got zombie bait out of his box. He's standing on his head, or laying on his head at the moment. Yeah, try to get the light in there. There you go, there you can see him. But I gotta get him hung. I've got a shelf I've got to put up here on top of the wall someplace for the fogger, and then this is the fog tube that we use. It's just 2-inch PVC pipe with a 90-degree elbow that shoots down into the barrel, and I've got to get that attached. Probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours tops, if even that, in here to get the water room done, and then we'll be moving on to the photo hall and spider. So that will be tomorrow. Okay, your end of the day wrap up. A very, very busy day and a ton of progress made. For me, myself, I should say it's going on about 9, almost 9:30. I've been out here a good 12 hours. I think I've taken an hour off total between lunch and dinner. Half hour for lunch, half hour for dinner. But anyway, it's going on about 9 p.m. I'm calling it quits. Back is not screaming for a change, but I am tired. I'm starting to make some stupid mistakes, and it's time to quit. But as far as what we got done today, Sue Ann and I were both very busy out here. We got a lot done. I started out over in the witches area. We got that put together. We ended up having to move the chest, or her potion chest, from the witches display over to the gypsy display, and brought the bookcase from the gypsy display over to the witch. There just wasn't room for the chest and the witch. Just too tight in there. We got the mausoleum roofed and the graveyard in that area totally set up. And then I got the clown done, and we're probably, I want to say 80% done with the water room. Like I said in the last clip, we'll probably have the water room, we will have the water room done the first hour, 2 hours tops. So that'll be done. Sue Ann, bless her little heart, was out here most of the day. She went through and did a lot of detail work in the gypsy display. Still has a crap ton more, but she can't, she's to the point on the front end, the gypsy, the pirate, the witch, and the graveyard of where she can't go any further until I get all my wiring and hoses in, which is my next stage after I get done doing what I am doing. But she went through the gypsy, totally reworked that, got that set up. Did a little bit in the pirate. There wasn't much for her to do in the pirate. She did the witch, and then came out and did a little bit of set dressing in the graveyard. Then she got the paints out. She touched up Kaylee's damage to the exit pillar out front, and got that fixed, and then went through and started doing touch-ups on everything in the graveyard. A lot of the tombstones had scratches and the foam was showing and whatever, so we got her some gray out and she did that. And that basically took her most of the day, just between the gypsy, the witch, and the graveyard. So she's a tired little girl. Tomorrow she is going to start working on the clown hallway. She's got to get the 4 clown skeletons into their clown costumes. And then probably follow after me into the water room, and then do what she can in the water room until I get my final stuff done, electronics and stuff. For me, myself, tomorrow, it's going to be photo hall and then into the spider display. And the spider is going to take a while. It always does. But past that, we've had a very busy day out here again today. I am curious. I'm going to have to go back through and take a look at my setup vlogs for last year. I'm curious to see what day did we start doing electrical. What setup day. I want to see how far, I want to see if we're ahead of the game on that, because it definitely feels like it. We've still got, oh Jesus, I want to say 14 days. 12 to 14 days before we open, and I'm pretty much ready to start with the electrical. I just got to get the photo hall and spider done. So I want to see how far ahead we are, because I know how long the electrical is going to take. But past that, I'm going to go get you guys uploaded and see if I can get into bed early. It was a little after midnight last night, so I'm kind of tired today. So with that, stay spooky, stay toxic.